I want to ask you about this guy because of his fight IQ, your fight IQ. You remind me a lot about him. You probably already know who I'm talking about. But Adesanya, obviously, with his big win, what do you think? I'm not saying you're going to fight him and who would win and all that, but just from a veteran standpoint of someone who I think is a lot like him and very smart and strategic and how you fight, what do you think about him? Like what is your overall assessment of him as a fighter now and how he's growing as a fighter?
Well, he's a guy who could be a champion for a long time, you know. He could be the next Anderson Silva. Especially, he's undefeated, he's confident, you know. First, when I saw him, I thought, well, he's a kickboxer.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about his ground game or his wrestling. But he proved he can get up. You know, Yo Romero didn't do anything. Whitaker wasn't able. And none of the guys were able to take him down and keep him there, you know. Still, some guy might take him down and he will have a really hard time because we never seen him there, you know. We never seen him, but also Khabib never went. I never seen Khabib on his back. You know, It doesn't mean anything. So far he has shown that he's gonna be a champion for a long time. You know, his stand-up is good. He has he's hard to take down, or if you take him down, he pops up.
Yep.
Yeah, and he beaten a lot of good names right now. I think Whitaker, that's the biggest name he beat. So technical guy. I think you need a guy that's also technical in the stand-up, and it might be a very boring fight. But everyone is beatable. But at this moment, he looks unstoppable.
And from your experience, what do you think about? I'm sure you've seen Khamzat Chimaev come up and stuff. Right. Being that you've worked so hard to get where you are and beat so many top-level guys and had to work so hard to get where you're at, and then this guy has came on the scene and shown what he's shown, which I'm asking you about, and then became a super, like literally a beyond superstar in such a short amount of time. What is your take on that as far as him propelling into superstardom, and then also his technique, and from what you can tell so far? Is he going to be a guy that's going to prove himself against Leon Edwards, or is he a guy, do you think, that it may be too early to tell really what he's made of yet?
Well, so far he looks good. He won all his fights, but everyone needs to get tested, you know. Yep. You want to see him in a 5-round fight. You want to see him against a good wrestler. You want to see him against. But so far, he shows a lot of potential. Him being such a big superstar that's UFC pushing, you know. Mm-hmm. If UFC gets behind you, suddenly they can make you a god. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they can.
You saw that with Ronda Rousey. If they want to build you up slowly, they will build you up. If they want, you know, so that's all marketing. And you know, the guy is fighting also a long time. You know, every fighter that's go up and gets where he has, I'm happy for them. You know what I mean? Because it's not an easy thing, you know. So he's doing his job. I'm looking forward to the next fights and see against tougher opponents, better ranked fighters. So there's a lot to know to that he has to prove. Like Israel Adesanya, when he came, I thought, well, that guy is a kickboxer.
Yeah.
But he's a world champion now. Yep. So, you know, anything can happen. Sometimes some guys are hypes, and then so we just have to wait and see, you know. But him getting the attention he got, good for him, you know. I think every fighter it's a hard sport. When you come here and you get lucky. I'm happy for you, you know.
Real quick with Mike Swick. Real quick.